Welcome back to Rants and Reels. Today it is A Star is Born, Bradley Cooper's directorial debut and his screenwriting debut. So there's a lot of buzz. I think this premiered in Venice? No. A festival somewhere, I think. Anyway, people are talking about it, and I'm hearing interesting things. So let's go see how it is, and I'll be right back with you. A Star is Born. A Star is Born. The first thing I need to say about this movie is that it was beautifully made. It really, really was. Bradley Cooper had a terrific eye for direction. He absolutely did. He put a lot of life into the film. Made it a very visceral experience. He didn't rely on the music in the film to carry everything, but allowed it to emphasize, to punctuate the moments in the film. It was very, very quickly paced for the most part, although it did have periods where it lulled significantly. But I feel like that was an intentional decision to arrest the development of the story, to kind of reflect the state of mind of the characters. The characters were arresting in their own development, so therefore the film pacing arrested. This is a remake. So it's a remake of a remake of a remake. A Star is Born is a film that it was made in the 30s and the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I think the most recent version, I think, was 70s with Streisand. I believe that's where Cooper took a good majority of the influence for his version of this film. You can see it a lot in how he directed Lady Gaga. It's kind of weird. I know that's not her real name, but that's how she's credited in the film. That's how she's credited, so that's what we have to say. Lady Gaga. She had a lot of Streisand in her. Lady Gaga, I guess, is the new Barbra Streisand. Even though we still have a Barbra Streisand, she was good. Let's just leave it at that. She was very, very good, and did her part and played her part very, very well. Really looking forward. This is going to do huge things for her career, and it's a bit ironic. Is that ironic? Is it ironic that this would really catapult an acting career? That A Star is Born would turn somebody into a film star? I don't know. I don't know what irony is anymore. Films have destroyed me. Since this is a remake of a remake of a remake, if you are familiar with the older films, there may not be as many surprises. However, the actual journey that the characters take in this version of the film is very new, or at the very least has very new modern tones and music, and It was an emotional film. It really was. There were definite moments of. There were definite goosebump moments. I'll tell you that. Lots of, ooh, tingly moments and very impressive work that was done. And some incredibly hard-hitting and heartbreaking moments. I think I was kind of hoping that this would be a very kind of upbeat, maybe happy ending version. I mean, it all depends on your definition of happy ending. It really does. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. It really is. And it's a gut punch at times. I really want to sit down and watch it again. And really pay close attention to how Bradley Cooper chose to direct this, how he chose to use his camera. He wasn't a camera operator naturally, but it's a director. He tells them what to do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put my thoughts together here, and I'm talking out loud. This is what we do. The music was a very, very big part of this film, and the way they chose to do it was all live recording. Everything you hear them sing in the film was recorded as they were filming it. It's similar to it's a similar technique to what they did in the most recent remake of Les Mis, the musical Les Mis. This one I think worked out a little bit better in that department, because they did fill in with the music. So they filled things in with the music, so that the singing, the performances were all very, very good. You could really tell that Bradley Cooper, who is not a musician, spent a lot of time working on it. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know that he wasn't a musician to watch this film. It was it was very endearing and heartfelt through most of the film, and then also counterbalanced with some very tragic and heartbreaking moments. So some real good human interaction. This is people. People are messy, and that's really what this is. A big thing in this film was, and something that it would have kind of lived or died on, was the chemistry between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. If they didn't have good chemistry, if they didn't work well together, the whole film would have fallen apart. I wouldn't have believed for a second that these two people could have gotten together, worked together, become an actual couple. But they had fantastic chemistry, and they worked and played off each other beautifully. All in all, this was really a very fantastic, very, very well-made film. I highly recommend it. Don't go into it looking to walk out feeling really happy. That's all I'm saying. You'll feel good, but you'll feel things. I think I've said everything I can say about this film, at least right now. Watching the video description for a link to a full, probably more in-depth review. Thank you guys for watching. Good night, everybody.